Girl, I'm passing a newsstand right now. You got time to talk? Bet. I'll be right there. What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Girl Talk playlist of the FG2G channel. This is where all talk goes down. All right, we are talking about pure opinion and experience-based conversation. Okay, you can bring facts and figures and stuff like that, but you know how they say that life is the best teacher and stuff, and you can't learn some things in a book. That's cool here. You don't need facts and figures. It just needs to be your truth, or hopefully somebody's truth. Don't be making up stuff, okay? Because that's not helpful. But anyways, conversation goes down right here at least once a week. All right, so let me see here. Since it's back to school, if you've ever set foot in a school building, click that like button before we get started. All right, and let's take it a step further. If you've ever gotten your report card, and whether you did well or whether you didn't do so well, if the teacher's note on multiple occasions ever said, well, she's a great student, or not so much, but she talks a lot. She just has so much to say. Subscribe, because that's why we're here. That's why we're here, to have conversation. Whether it's deep or lighthearted, I'm here for it. All right. And for those people who are like, you know what, chick, wow me. Wow me, because I'm not finna like or subscribe or comment until you do something, because that's just not what I'm about. That's cool, because I'm the same way. Don't tell me what I'm finna do. Don't come into my home via video trying to tell me what to do. I see you. And ain't nothing wrong with that either. All right. Just stay tuned. All right, y'all, so from the title, you can guess that we are probably going to be talking about bitter baby mamas or bitter single moms raising daughters. You can probably get that from the title, I hope. If not, you just got it. And catch on. Hold on to that. But yeah, single moms raising daughters and the effect that it can have. What are your thoughts? I'm being nosy. Sorry, somebody was walking by. But anyways, I think it's worth noting that before you ever had kids, you were a woman, right? You got your own life, your own experiences, your own emotions and issues, and they all matter. Those things truly do matter, and they don't go away just because you have kids. Period. It's just that when you do become a mother, you have to mature and go about expressing yourself in a better way. You know what I mean? Because why? You've got little eyes watching you. You got little ears tuning in when they should not be, when they could totally be doing something else. And you got little spirits absorbing everything that you are putting out in the atmosphere. And guess what? At that age, well, shoot, if mommy said it, it must be true. I'm just saying. And it's, listen, your daughter should never overhear you having grown-up conversation. That's just period. Your daughter should never overhear you having, these, ooh, your daddy ain't nothing, or, girl, I don't know why I messed with him, and all men are the same, blah, blah, all that stuff. She should never overhear that. And she certainly should not be the recipient of the tea that you're spilling. She shouldn't be. And I know it's popular. I don't know if it started in 2020 or whenever it started. I don't know. But it's popular and it's cute to say, oh, that's my little broke best friend. Say hey to the camera. That's my little broke best friend. You know what I'm saying? We be having a good time. I mean, that's cool and it's place for people who understand the difference between a friend and a daughter. But I would hate for your little broke best friend to turn into your little broken best friend. All because you were spewing trash. All because you weren't healed. I'm just saying. It's one thing to be transparent and, let your child know, hey, there are these type of people out there, and when you see red flags, pay attention to that. Tell somebody, Run, get away from that. You know, but this is also what was going on inside of mommy. This is how I ended up where I was. See, for the people who are watching this, if you're a daughter and you were the recipient of some toxic information, think back right quick. Did you just hear one side of the story? Was it, men ain't nothing, your daddy ain't nothing, he don't love you, you're better off without him? Did you just hear that? Or did your mom share with you maybe where she went wrong? Just think about it. Because a lot of times when people are speaking from a place of bitterness, it's always about what the other person has done. Their environment is always the cause of somebody else. And that can't be all the way factual information. And we're not talking about rape victims or anything like that. We're not talking about that. That's completely different. We're talking about, relationships that you volunteered to be in, and at one point you were cool with it, and then another point it's like it wasn't working and now you're hurting. It wasn't working and now you're hurting. I don't like that. It just rhymed. Anyways, but there's a difference. There is a difference. And you don't have the right to get things off your chest and just place them on your daughter's back. You don't have the right to do that. Because I guarantee she's going to remember the things that you say. She might not feel bold enough or comfortable enough to go get clarification on it, but it ain't going to go nowhere. It's going to stay right there with her. And that's a heavy burden. And some of y'all, when they get older and they become teenagers and they come into their own opinions and they doing whatever they doing, you're quick to say, oh, we can be friends when you come up in here and pay a bill. Yeah, we can be friends then when you pay some rent. But it's like, well, mama, I thought I was your broke best friend when I was like 4 and you was telling me that my daddy ain't ish. I thought we was cool. Don't pick and choose. Don't pick and choose. Mommy, your daughter's not your friend. At least not right now. She is not your friend. So you need to find somebody that you can confide in, okay? That you can vent to. Whether it be your friend, a pastor, a mentor, somebody that can handle your truth. Because that's not fair. It's not fair. Life is hard enough without, you putting extras on kids. Because they don't know how to process it. And they should not have to. So, to any daughters who have ever been exposed to any degree of toxicity from their mom, whether it's about just men not being any good, their daddy being a deadbeat, or just relationships in general, what I need you to understand is that your mom's truth is not necessarily your truth. Her experiences don't have to be your experiences. However, we do often run the risk of mimicking what we've seen if we don't on purpose choose to do something different. It just kind of automatically becomes a thing. And I've looked back over my own life and see how, my intention was to do something different, but I can see how I was doing the same thing. Ow, sneaks up on you. You know what I mean? Like, you can see that. But, it takes you acknowledging what's going on. And your environment cannot always be just the cause of somebody else's doing. At some point, you have to admit to yourself, okay, well, this was my role in it. This was my part in it. This is where I kind of erred. Because now we talking about something we can fix. Can't change anybody else, but you can change who you are and how you respond. Okay? You can do something different. You can be the best version that you can be. Because the secret about that is, it's not about what you attract. Okay? You can be carrying yourself in a certain way or whatever. And dudes will still approach you just to see how you respond. So it's not always what you attract that matters. It's what you allow that speaks and says so much. And that's an inside job. That's an inside job. What you allow, what makes that okay? That's what you should address. That's what mommy needs to address. What made that stuff okay? Because if you can examine yourself, you'll be doing good. A lot of doors will open when you can, look inside yourself. Restep, recalculate, redirect, regroup. Like I said, her truth is not your truth. Her experience does not have to be your experience. And I know that a lot of times we have this loyalty, we have this bond with our mom, and we know that sometimes she can be dead right, but also she can be dead wrong. And it's almost like we dare other people to say something. Oh, I thought somebody said something. You're just waiting to have a problem, waiting to be defensive. And you can know she dead wrong. But it's like, I dare you to say something. Okay? And the problem with that is sometimes we dare ourselves to say something. And that's not okay. Because life gets greater. It can get better. But you got to call a thing a thing. Mommy, I love you with my whole heart. But maybe you teaching me this. That was not okay. You exposing me to that. That was not okay. You allowing me to hear those conversations, that was not okay. It affected me. And just like you're having your aha moment of I'm not okay, but I'm going to be all right because I'm going to get the help that I need. I'm going to seek my healing. Your mom can do the same. Okay, you are not responsible for her happiness. You are not responsible for her ability to thrive and grow. Just like you're learning that there's more out there, she can too. And that's up to her. Sometimes people get complacent. Some people are content with where they are for whatever the reason. But just know that you can do better. And that's it. We are in the business of building up and not breaking down. You can totally tear up some generational cycles and curses by just acknowledging where you're going wrong. Period. All right? So, ain't nothing wrong with having a little broke best friend. Just make sure you're not creating a broken best friend.